Here we go, still on location. Here we go, the longevity moves, the longevity skills that you need to always be able to do. And we're going to turn it into a mobility unit today. All right, so stick with me. I'm here in my brother's studio. So what's the setup? I have a chair. I stole it from my mom's house, and Jim decided he liked it, so I might have to leave it here. She's got some other chairs, not to worry. I have a towel. I'm going to invite you at some point to get down on the floor. You don't have to. You can do everything from the chair if you want to. Okay? So there's that. We're going to start with some of the basic moves to help people who have osteoporosis that are wanting to step out of that, okay, or at least to help manage it. And so we're going to warm up a little bit. And how are we going to do that? We're going to start just rolling. Do you see how I just lifted my heel? Here's the deal. Some of you are getting over treatments for cancer. Some of you are getting over it. Some of you are still healing from knee replacements. Some of you are healing from hip, and you have your joints replaced, and sometimes it just doesn't feel quite right. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm rocking, but I'm just bending my knee, and as I bend my knee, I say rib cage up, and I drop my shoulders. And then I just take my fingers and get my teeth together, and I push my chin back, okay? Because one of the big deals with osteoporosis, if you're worried about that, if you think you're even going into that particular zone, a lot of times with osteoporosis, you have what's called kyphosis, which is a rounding of the upper back, okay? You see what I'm doing? I hope you're doing this with me. Every time I shift and I put my heel down or I lift my heel up, I'm correcting. I'm dropping my shoulders, breathing in through my nose, pushing my chin down and back, okay? Because it's that roundedness, and people that have rounded shoulders, maybe they don't have osteoporosis, they're just rounded in the shoulders. Do you see how that offsets my center of balance, my balance? Yeah, when you have a rounding of your back, rounding of the shoulders, you'll have more tripping type episodes. So drop on the shoulder and trying to get ourselves lined up while I pump my legs. See this? And here's the deal. You may think this is like a really, really simple thing. However, take your hands in a V, put it right here at your hip hinge, okay? I'm bracing, I'm breathing through my nose, I'm shifting from my toe to my heel. And the reason I had you put your hands here is, number one, to drop your shoulders again. But some of you, when you go into your heel, guess what you do? You push this hip out. And that's not what we want to do. Okay? As a matter of fact, we want to tighten our gluteals as we do this heel pump. I call it a heel pump. Okay? And we're going to do a calf pump in this session today too, because this is just a warm-up. But it's also serving as a huge plus in osteoporosis prevention. If you do have osteoporosis, it's helping you manage your weight shifting. Tummies are tight, drop my shoulders, push the chin in, take a breath. Every time that I do this. Now, I'm going to go back this way and pull my toe up. So now I'm going to get a bend forward, which is really important for the next moves that we're going to do. Because see, whenever I pull my heel up right here, I do what? I drop my chin and I do a hip hinge. See? So I'm going to put my foot right here. I'm going to raise my toe, bend my knee here, push the hip back, push the hip back. Then I come back up, okay? That's our hip hinge with a back extension, okay, which is a primary move of either a deadlift or a squat. I know you didn't want to hear that, but that's what this is. I just snuck it in there. And here's the deal. I'm doing this as a warm-up, yes, toward the rest of the moves, but it's giving Kathy something to count. I know she's loving that. See this? This is a real important shifting because I'm using the muscles around my knee in a way that's not going to hurt my knee. That's important for Julia. See how I'm going to, see the minute I think about pushing my butt back, softening my knee, I raise my rib cage as I'm going back because that's very important in this whole upper back mobility, not just mid and lower back. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to shift. I'm going to pull the toe up. Then I'm going to come up, shift, soften the knee, pull the toe up, push the butt back, shine your tail lights. Yeah. I gave a talk at a little local school here yesterday on PE. I asked them, what's PE? And they were scratching their heads. I'm like, oh, brother, this is going to be a hard lecture. Physical education. Okay. Yeah, I know. The point is, these were grade school kids. I had to take quite a while to even show them how to do a proper squat. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a lead in to a squat, and it has to do with hip hinging. And this is really hard for people. See how I'm coming forward? I'm coming forward more and more and more. My knee is soft, bent a little. This one is straight, but my toe is pulling up. Almost as if I had something on my toe where I'm pulling it up. Now, come straight back up. See that move right there? Okay? So I'm just a little tiny bit wider than shoulder. Some people make the mistake of standing too narrow. On this what you look like, you think is a simple move. But shift, okay? Don't push your hip out, push it back. Pull the toe up. As you come down, this knee increases the bend. This knee is straight. That's a big move for somebody that has multiple joints replaced, a knee, recovering from a knee surgery, having back issues. See how I'm coming down into the hip now, right now. Now I'm going to shift, and as I come up, see my knees are soft, I'm coming up from that hip hinge. That is the beginning of a deadlift, okay? Which is a compound move, which is central to helping you have better autonomy because you're stronger. That move, and we're gonna do that move. But I wanted to show you the beginning of it is pulling that toe up. See, shift, lean in, shift. And I'm spending some time on this because, and if I were right there with you, I would look at a couple of things. The first thing is as you bend forward, I would make sure that your back's extended, that you're not rounding it at all, that your chin is tucked, that you're not going up like this. I want to keep that chin tucked, looking down. I'm not pushing my hip out, I'm pushing it back. Then as I come up, I work through those back extensors to up position. See that? So it's back and forth, all the way up. Okay, moving on now. Bring that leg in, bring it out, bring that hand right up here. See that? See, I'm just gonna bring it back in. So this is our mobility day, okay? This move, I'm standing here. Now I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna step out. Knees are soft. Bring the hand right here to my head. See, I'm touching my head with my thumb. Yeah, I don't rip it up here, not right now. Then I bring it in, okay? Drop your shoulders. Take a big breath through your nose. Brace. Yeah, I keep correcting all those corrects. Soften up the knees because I'm going to go out to the side with one leg. I'm going to bring this hand right here. See, the thumb is right there. So now I'm going side to side, but my foot position is very crucial. Make sure you're not turning that toe out, okay? It's pretty straight on. My knee is soft. It's not bent. Then I'm going to bring it in and bring that hand down here. So what did we just do? We just did a side to side jumping jack. That's what we did. Yeah, because if I had an osteoporotic person, truly, I've got a lot of misalignments and I've got to be careful with the loading. So I'm going to go out again. I'm going to watch them and then I'm going to come back in. Okay, so I'm braced. So I'm jacking out to the side and coming back. Jacking out to the side and coming back. So even if I had somebody that could do, and I'm very careful, don't worry, my knees are soft, I'm braced. Even if I had somebody that could do a full jack, I would be very careful with that person, okay? I would love for you to do this 20 times, 30 times a day, but I can do this if I am kyphotic, if I'm rounded, I can still get great benefit from jacking out to the side in a modified move. You see that? So once you've done this, and don't speed it up, because see, every time I bring that hand up to bring the thumb to my head, I'm bracing, I'm reminding myself, I'm dropping the shoulders, I'm dropping my chin, I'm softening my knees. And when I put my foot down, if I want to get a little more benefit, then I'm going to put that foot down. Boom. See that? Boom. Right there. So now I've put a little pressure, but it's the move, it's the mobility of the move that I'm interested in today. And if I had somebody that we could progress to where I could do a very guarded jack, then I would. But I got people in here that shouldn't be doing that, okay? But you can get great benefit by doing this. So let's move it up a little more, all right? And I'm not doing this fast. I'm getting you warmed up for the next moves coming up. And these are the longevity moves that I'm hammering on today in mobility. So now when I go out to the side, instead of bringing the thumb here, I'm just gonna reach. And then I'm gonna bring her back down and I'll bring her back in, okay? So my knees are soft. They're not really bent. And I'm gonna go out. And instead of bringing my thumb here, I'm gonna reach it up. See how I'm really pulling from my lats all the way up and then back down and back in, okay? Take a big breath, line yourself back up. Yeah, pretend I'm coming at you with my fist right here. I go out, and instead of coming to the head with my thumb, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna really feel it right through here, okay? So sometimes when you've gone through treatments, cancer treatments, when you've done, you know, a lot of work the day before or something, you're gonna feel it. And I want you to really be able to get that mobility. But I get it with one shoulder at a time. That's very doable. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more on each side. Drop my shoulders, yes. Brace, yes. Soften up my knees, yes. Squeeze the gluteals, yes. Chin comes in, I jack it out, and I reach now. And I'm really starting to turn as I'm reaching. Like really try to reach. Okay, then come back in and come back in. Big breath through the nose. Pay attention. Some of you have a problem, like my little mommy, of holding your breath. So you go out, and I come right here, and now I'm gonna go up. See how I'm reaching? And I'm not only reaching up, I'm reaching back right here. See that? That starts turning me in all kinds of ways. And if you really take the time to really explore this movement, see, I'm going to go like this, but I'm going to go like this. That gets me turning in a way that's acceptable, is not going to hurt my knees, is not going to hurt my hips, is going to benefit my ankle and my foot and my upper body. Boom, up, push, just like that. Yeah, keep your feet right down. Keep your feet down. Yeah, don't bring your heel up. Keep your chin tucked, then come back in. Bring it back in. And we did all of this by doing the beginning form, or a modified form, I should say, of a jumping jack. Boom, up, push. Keep your feet grounded. Drop your shoulders. Some of you are bringing your shoulders up too high. Big breath. How do I know that? I just do. Because I'm exercising. I understand who I'm exercising with. And I love my slugs. But that's just the way it is. Here we go. Bring the shoulders up. Bring the shoulders down. Bring the shoulders up to the ears. Bring them down as if I'm sitting on them. Then go back with the shoulders. Now, tighten in your tummy and bring the shoulders forward. Open the upper back. Open it. Okay? And then bring it back in. Great. All right. Here's my chair. You got a chair. And hopefully you have a wall or you have a counter. See, I have this if I need to. It doesn't move. It moves a little, but it's up against a wall, so it doesn't move much. So that might be a wall. Here's my chair. See? So now I'm going to start into those 5 longevity moves, one of which is stepping up, okay, with a knee drive. Today, instead of doing it like this, okay, which takes a power kind of a move and puts a press right here, I'm going to use my chair because I want to get my knee up a little higher and I want to leave it there for a bit. See that? Then I'm going to come back down. Then I'm going to do the other one. And here's the deal. Here's your challenge. This is going to be a challenge for my little fun-sized people like Kay and Chrissy. Okay. The rest of us are just kind of medium, boring size. You're fun size. Okay, here we go. Shift. See, there's that shifting again. See? So when you shift, what do you do with your knee? You don't really bend it. You just soften it because it's going to take the load. And if you lock it, that's going to be a problem. And I'm not going to use my muscles as completely. Okay? So just get used to doing this shifting, kind of like a little dance. So I'm going to encourage Julia, instead of doing a lot of spinning, do your shifting and swaying like this. That will help you a little better. And you're tight here, and I'm going to bring the leg up. See that? Right there. And then from here, see, I have my hand on the chair. So here's the challenge. This is our longevity moves. You got to be able to step up a little higher each time. You may not be able to step up this high, okay? If you have a stool lower, then step up on that. Stabilize yourself, step up on that, okay? That's okay. So if you can't quite make it up here, then get a stool and go up a little higher. Now, from here, see, I have my hand on my chair if I need to stabilize, but just with 2 fingers, because I want you to tighten in now, soften your knee that you're standing on, brace, and you're going to bring that knee up from that chair. And you're going to hang out here for 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, one more, 1006. See, I didn't tell Kathy that. We're going to go to 6 counts, Kathy. You can yell at me. Okay. Put that foot down. Okay. You might look at this move and think, oh, you know, that's just too easy. Stick with me and do it. Shift. Here's my chair to stabilize. Or if I have a wall behind me, I can stabilize that way. My knee is soft, shift, rib cage up, shoulders down. Now here I'm gonna drive with the knee and come up to the chair, okay? Before you go and do the second move on this particular skill, you gotta brace. Drop your shoulders, brace. Take a breath, lift, and you can put your hand under here if you need to. Lift it up as high as you can go. Soften your supporting leg. Soften it, don't bend it, just soften it. Bring it up there and then release and hold it. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1000, breathe. 4005, 1006. I know it. I can hear the complaints. And then bring it down. Now, this is, you think, that's just such a simple move. Well, you know how many times people bringing their foot down from a surface has fallen? A lot. And it's because they didn't have the capacity and the strength and the mobility to get their leg fully up before bringing it down, and they tripped on the surface and down they went, okay? So anytime you need to take a break, do. I'm not gonna do lots of more. I'm holding, I'm driving, boom. Breath, lift, hold, 1001, 1002, breathe, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Put it down, then put it down, okay? Shift, adjust whatever. Big breath, brace. Here we go. Drive that leg up, put it down. Okay, stay with me. I think I can count to 6, but I'm not sure. Work with me, Kathy. Drop your shoulders. Tim's counting on you. Here we go. Breath. It's going up. Brace. Make sure you have your hand on a chair or a wall or a counter or whatever. See how I'm bringing it up here? So this is my knee replace side. So everything pressure-wise is over here on my hip replace side. And I'm trying to hang on here and keep this elevated. I think I did 6. Okay, bring it down. I didn't count. Surprise, surprise. I didn't count. Okay, bring it down. Tim's counting on you, Kathy. Okay, rock side to side. Now here's what I want you to feel. I want you to feel that pressure. I know it. And this is why this is a longevity move. You've got to be able to drive that leg up. Okay? And that's why we practice at it. So it's a step up with a knee drive. That's what it is. It's a step up. And now I'm doing it without momentum, but I'm doing it. Okay? Right. Take a big breath through your nose. Drop your shoulders. Yes. Breathe again. Drive it up. Then drive it up. Okay, so I did 3 moves. I held it, and then I just went back over it. Okay? Yay. Working through them. Next one. So we've already practiced this. We didn't do the move, but I got you ready for it because I addressed all of this in the first moves we did. So what is this? This is a hip hinge to a partial squat and then up. So I'm pretending that I'm holding a weight, which is what we did the other day, which, if I make it home to Michigan, is what we'll do on Friday, okay? You'll have to pray for me. I know. Okay, are you ready? Here's my weight. Pretend. Here's my wide stance, right? Drop my chin, take a breath, push my butt back, go down, watch where my knees are going. Almost every kid, whenever I did this at the little classroom, the school, they couldn't even, they didn't even know how to do this. And we had to help them push their butt back. And then if I did this, they all start giggling, you know. I said, slap your butt, bro. I didn't say but, I said on your rear end, you know, you have to be careful when you're in school. Some of my teachers are laughing right now. Okay, drop your chin, push your butt back, rib cage is up. As I bend my legs, see, this is the big deal right here, because this is why we do squats, to benefit these, Okay, but we gotta do it correctly. Don't let those knees come in. Don't let them go out. See, I'm going down a little bit further. I have my weight here, and then I come back up. All right? So this time we're gonna do it with a shoulder lift. This is why this is called a compound move, okay? This is just a move that's synonymous with living. It's just we've turned it into training. So here we go. Hip goes back, hip hinge. Don't let the knees cave. That's the first thing that you want to do, and that's what we don't want to do. So I'm out here, I'm gonna hip hinge. I'm bending at the knees. I got my weight pulling me down here. I'm keeping my knees over my toes. Now I'm gonna come up, 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 up. And I squeeze these and I squeeze these. Take a breath. Here's my weight. Bring the shoulders to my ears. Drop my shoulders. Start the trajectory. Down, 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 down. Keep those knees out. Go down just a little lower with your butt, not your head, not your head. With your butt. Now push into the heels. Drive into the heels. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. Take a big deep breath. Drop your shoulders down. Pretend you've got a weight right here. Push your butt back. Keep your chin tucked. Keep those knees out over the toes. Coming down. Now drop your butt. Drop your butt. Not your head. Not your shoulders. Your butt. Now come up. Now bring the shoulders all the way to your ears. And then drop them back down. Big breath. Now I'm just going to bring my hands up from my thigh. See, they're right here. I'm going to come up just like that. Then I'm going to pretend I have a weight. I'm going to soften my knees, drop my shoulders, and I'm going to just go up, 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 up. And guess what I would be looking at right now? Where's the position of your elbows and your shoulder? So if I bring this up, I got a weight here. See, it's right here under my chin. And then I'm going to push up, 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 up. And where do I going to land? When I'm up here, I want to be able to touch my ear to my bicep, both sides. See that? If they're out here, then we got some work to do. That means I can't really put a weight in your hand. So if you come here, and then you come here, and you're out here, then we got to work until we can come up like that, okay? Otherwise, it's too much of a strain on your neck and your shoulders, okay? So now I'm going to go right here to my knee. I'm going to pull it right to here, okay? Or pull it with your palms up. Either way, I like to do it both. Palms up, palms down. See that? So I come here, pretend you have a weight, drop your shoulders, take a breath. Okay, get all the feeling in your feet going, then press. So this is a really good thing to practice with no weight, because I want to see the position, your natural position of where you go, okay? So once I've done that a couple of times and I'm able to get up there, do you remember this move? That's what we started with, do you remember it? Yeah, so don't be surprised that if you can go up one side, then when you go to two, it's much harder, because that might give you a little insight into where your stance is, okay? So we don't want the hands out here. We want them up here. And if they're out here, then we don't want to load that. We want to get this stronger first. Okay. Step forward, step back. Just a little recovery. Step forward, step back. That's it. Step forward with an arm swing and back. Step forward and back. Step forward, and this is preparing you for some of the next ones coming up. So it's a forward step and a back, and a forward step and a back. Okay, now we're going to do a little move with our upper body with the backs of our arms. But here's what I want you to know. See this move? This is going to come up in the move after the next one. Okay? And it's a move that you got to be able to do with strength, hopefully with a little power, because it has to do with backward lunging. I know it. That's one of the necessary moves. Okay? And we just did it as a kind of a recovery. That's all. And when you put your foot out there and your hand out there, how's the hand swinging? Okay? If you're really, really concerned about rounded shoulders, what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest that when you go here, you go here. See what I just did? See that little tiny move? That makes all the difference in the world with shoulder positioning and opening through here. So I step, instead of my palm being in, I'm going to turn my thumb out or up. And I'm going to really straighten up my back, and then come back in. And you just do it like you're going to walk. You just put that one little thing on the end, okay? Number one, rib cage up, drop your shoulders, breath through your nose. Yeah. Here I go. See? And then here I go. That really helps. Then you bring it back down and do all the lineups, right? Step. I want to go back here, but I want to turn that thumb up in the back. And I want to open and rib cage up. Take a big deep breath. Bring her down and bring her down. Okay. Now I'm going to just go like this, like a little penguin. See that? Okay. My toes are forward. Yes. Shoulders are down. Yes. Chin is tucked. Yes. As I'm doing that, I'm going to turn my chin. Turn my chin. And I want to turn it so far that I feel it. Yeah, I feel it up through my upper back and my neck. Okay, turn it. See, keep these open. This has to be tight. Gotta tighten. Gotta tighten. So this one I'm putting in here, especially for Kathy, because when you go like this, it's real easy to let that toe down. No, pull that toe up. I know. You love it, don't you? I knew she would. That's why I put it in here. Take a breath. See, I'm going to bring that toe up. And I'm staying wide. So this is serving a lot of mobility issues right here. Tightening. Yeah, stay open. Straight. It's a straight leg. It's pretty straight. Okay, it's not locked, but it's straight. Tighten. Turn. Lift the toe. Turn. Lift the toe. Turn. Lift the toe. Turn. Lift the toe. Bring it in. I know. You loved it. I knew you would. So now we're going to come in and release. That's all you got to do. And it'll release all that tightness that we just created. So soft knees, a little wider than shoulder, hip hinge. There we go again. Now we're going to hang on. We're going to act like we have a weight. So this is one of the moves that you got to always be able to do, longevity moves. Okay? The other stuff I just put in for extra because I know you want your money's worth. Okay. I know, you want to slap me, don't you? Okay, bent over row, right here. Got to be able to go back here with some weight. But you got to be able to do it first. So we're turning all the longevity moves today into mobility. So we're not using weights. We're right here. And here's where the problem comes. People don't know what to do with their arms, and they go out like this. We want to go straight back, okay? And we want to go back from a bent elbow. And we're going to drop our butt down. And right here is where a lot of mistakes on this move is made. Because this is what I'll see. I'll see somebody put their head way down. You don't want to put your head down. You just want to hip hinge, rib cage up. You want your elbows next to your sides, touching your waist or your hip bone right there. Keep your chin tucked and push back, okay? Now from that point, see my thumbs are down. Now I want to squeeze my shoulder blades together and lift. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Okay, release the shoulders and bring them in, okay? And then come back up. So the big mistake is people put their head and shoulders down below their hips, even on a standing bent over row. Some people you'll see put their hand here, and then they'll do it one at a time if they have a lot of heavy weight. I tend to like to put the pressure equal. I'll do it with one and then the other two. But we're just going to do that 2 more times, okay? So I'm not doing tons of repetitions, but I am doing holding. Big breath. Try to go through the nose, in and out if you can. And how do you go through the nose? Shut your mouth. That's what you got to do. You're going to end up breathing correctly because you got to. Just keep your mouth shut and you'll breathe through your nose. Okay, you'll have to. Okay, are you ready? We're going to 2 more times. So we're going to go into a bent over row position. I'm grounded on all 4 corners of my feet. See? I'm just bent over here as far as I feel I can. I got my hands right here. My shoulders are down. I'm going to go back. I'm going to squeeze the backs of the arms. And now I'm going to roll my shoulders in and lift as far as I can, right back there. That should get your attention. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath through the nose. Bring it in. Now push into the heels and come up. Now squeeze your butt. What I just went through right there should be a standard modality for your moves through the day, every day, okay? And you will not tweak or hurt your back, you'll make it stronger. See, that's the point. Okay, last one. Kathy's counting. This, I told you we're gonna do these 3 times, right? I didn't say how long we were gonna count. Okay, here we go. Push the butt back. Yes. Yes. Drop the shoulders. Yes. Keep my chin tucked. Yes. Elbows tucked in. Yes. My head and chest is a little higher than my butt, but I'm down in a bent over row position. I'm going to go back. I'm going to squeeze the backs of my arms right now. Take a breath. Now I'm going to roll the shoulders in and lift with a straight arm as much up as I can. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders, drop your chin. Breath, hold, breath, hold, breath, hold. Roll those shoulders in. Now come in. Now do the heels and you're up. Squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. Yay! All right, take a big deep breath. Step over and back. Step over and back. I didn't twist. Notice that? I crossed my midline. I did not twist in order to do that through my knee. I just went over my midline. So this move is an important recovery move. See, I'm pushing my hips forward, bringing it back, stepping over, pushing my hips forward. That helps relieve so much back pain. I can't even tell you. I hope you've yourself experienced what I'm trying to show you, because a lot of times when we have arthritis, we have hips replaced, we've had chronic tightness in the back because of the hips. So drop, step over, and you just push that hip forward. See that? You can keep your feet on the ground. You don't have to bring the heel up so that you feel more stable, okay? So that's a little recovery move. Now we're ready to, in fact, you can turn your chair if you need to. We're going to do our step back. This is one of those longevity moves. Backward lunge. Okay? Now you can do it like this, or you can put your hand on the bottom of the seat or on the wall, however you need to do it. Get it in a position where you have a safety net is the point. Okay? And I'm going to just step back. And it has to be wide because where do we go with this? What is our end game on this move? To kneeling. That's the end game. And so you don't want to hear that. I understand it. That's why I'm letting you have your chair. But if I see you leaning in, or if you see you leaning in, because I can't see you, don't. You're staying upright, but you're stepped way back. Because why? Because now I have to come down to my knee. Okay, and now this is carpeted. I got a little, towel down and all that. You could put your balance pad right under your knee right here. It doesn't bother my knees to put it on the ground. Some of you, it really hurts. You don't want that. So put the balance pad under your knee, okay? So the end game is to get down to the floor, and then the next end game, goal, is what I'm saying, is to get yourself up. So you have to tighten. You can push on the chair, of course. If you could do it without pushing, that would be great. But if you've had double hips replaced, if you've had knees replaced, etc., give me a break, okay? All those people doing this, and oh, you got to try to get yourself off the floor. Use your hand, it's okay. Lean in, take a breath. Don't lean too heavy. Press right here and right here, and get yourself up all by yourself. See that? Well, I'm going to do 3 because it's the mobility today that I'm trying to stress. I want you to really hone in on your body mechanics. So here I go. I'm going to come down, and I don't want to hit the ground. I want to ease to the ground. That's the point. Take a breath. Use your chair if you need to. Put your hand right here, either with your hand or your forearm. Tighten up. Breath, exhale, and you're up. Big breath, here we go. Bend, last one. I told you we were going to do 3, right? I can count to 3, Kathy, I think. Okay, here we go. So don't hold your breath. That's number 1. Take a breath right now. Now when you start to press, exhale and come up. Okay, that was 3. So I'm hoping that this very succinct breakdown of these very essential moves is going to help you to discover something in the way you move that you need to change or whatever. Okay, so if you're sticking with me, you'll figure it out. Okay, you can't figure it out if you don't do it. And sometimes you got to step back and do it a little slowly. So in case you missed it, my other leg is back. Okay, and when my other leg is back, it ain't turned out. It's straight forward. Okay, because now you're going to bend that heel and you're going to come down to your knee. And you're going to use your chair if you need to. It's okay. So I'm down here. I may have my balance pad right there so it doesn't hurt my knee. Then whenever I do push on the chair, I am not going to bring my shoulder up. Take a breath, and it's suppressed, just like that. Okay? Then I'm going to come back down, and I'm going to think, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Take a breath. Use your chair gently. Big breath. Exhale, and you're up. Right? Bring that heel down. Make sure the toe in the back is straight on. Don't turn it. Okay, rib cage up. Hear the train? Big breath. They are very loud. Typical Midwestern town. Take a breath. Shoulders. Ready? Hold your breath. Breathe. Exhale. And you're up. Okay? And then you come back in. I did only 3. I'm pointing this out to make sure you know. See, it's harder on me than you. That's Tim's favorite saying. Okay, we've got one more that we're going to do. You're doing really good. I hope you're finding out some things about how you move. Now, I am going to go to the floor on this one. You don't have to, so don't like turn it off. Here's my chair. Okay, I can do it right here on the chair. So I'll do the first one here on the chair with you. And then I'm gonna go on down to the floor and do a plank and a movement with the plank. And I'll show you how that goes. So I've got enough room here to step back. So first of all, I'm just gonna put my hands on my chair. See, like that? Here's the deal. If you do it from a chair, you gotta keep your shoulders in line with your wrist. In other words, when I go back here, you can't go back there and hold it. You gotta stay here. So if I were with you, as you go into this, the minute you would take your leg back, many of you will go like that. I would just put my little fingers right under your armpit here and move you forward, okay? So keep your chin tucked. You're gonna step out. You're gonna drop your shoulders. Take big breaths. And I'm gonna bring that knee here and touch. See, I'm just gonna bring it up, but I'm not going back with my shoulders. See, it's right here over my wrist. And if you're holding on to a chair, especially if it has a pad, then it doesn't hurt. It shouldn't. Take a breath. See, I'm just hanging out here. And the minute I go to here, I squeeze my gluteals. And my tummy is super tight. And I'm balancing here. This is a very important move to handle your own body weight as you do a series of just little marches, okay? Okay, so you stay in there and do that. You come back up anytime you need to and take a rest. I'm gonna come over here and just walk myself out. And I'm gonna come in here, right here. I'm gonna do a high plank and I'm just gonna bring my knees in, take a breath. And my knee on my left side is quite tight. And I know this because of my knee replacement. So I bring it in as best as I can. The shoulders are still over the wrists. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Then you can put your knees down. If you're on the chair, put your knees down. I'm gonna go right down into the floor. I think you can still see me. I'm gonna be right here. And I'm just gonna do a nice back extension. Take a big deep breath. Drop my chin. Tighten my tummy. Bring my butt up. Go back into a plank. I can even do a low plank or a high plank. Shoulders over the wrist. Bring the knee in. Bring the knee in. Bring the knee in. Breath. Bring the knee in. Then I'm gonna go open. I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna equalize. Big breath through the nose. Come on up. Take a big deep breath. Then as I step on out, we've done every one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 longevity moves. I warmed you up with osteoprevention moves. I'm gonna grab my little bar here. So this ain't moving. It could be a door for you. It could be a pole. Okay, that's P-O-W-L. That's how you spell that. Kathy's rolling her eyes. Okay, here I go. I'm being creative. See, Kay, our artist, she would approve. Pole. I'm being creative. I don't know if Kay's on this morning. But anyway, I didn't see her. Do you see what I'm doing? See what I'm doing? I'm gonna bring my ears right here to my bicep. And I'm gonna really push into my heels so I don't wanna slide my feet. I'm gonna hang out here and then I'm gonna come up, a little rounded shoulder, then drop my shoulders. Take a breath, roll out, drop your shoulders again. Big breath into the nose. Come right here. My toes are forward, open. And then you could go back into this as many times as you want to. It will help you. You will walk away and you're like, oh my goodness, I can move so much better. That's my goal. Okay, we're gonna quit recording. It hurt me more than you. Oh, shoot. Okay. There, stop recording.